Have you ever found yourself stuck in a situation, relationship, or mindset that just doesn't feel right anymore? Maybe it's a career path you chose years ago, a friendship that's become draining, or even a belief about yourself that's holding you back. Today we're diving deep into a quote that might just change how you approach these moments. Permit yourself to change your mind when something is no longer working for you, by therapist and boundaries expert Nedra Glover Tawwab. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're exploring one of the most liberating concepts in personal growth: giving yourself permission to change your mind. This isn't about being wishy-washy or unreliable. This is about recognizing that growth, adaptation, and evolution are natural parts of being human. Yet somehow, many of us feel trapped by our past decisions, as if changing course means we've failed. Nedra Glover Tawwab, a licensed therapist and best-selling author, reminds us that flexibility isn't weakness, it's wisdom. So let's break down why this simple statement is so powerful and how you can start applying it in your own life. Part 1. The psychology behind staying stuck. Why we resist changing our minds. First, let's understand why changing our minds feels so difficult. There are several psychological forces at play. The sunk cost fallacy. We tend to continue investing in something simply because we've already invested so much time, money, energy, or emotion. Think about staying in a job you hate because you've already been there for 5 years, or continuing a degree program that no longer interests you because you're almost done. Social expectations. We worry about what others will think. But you said you loved that career. I thought you were committed to this relationship. The fear of judgment can keep us trapped in situations that no longer serve us. Identity attachment. Sometimes we become so attached to an identity or decision that changing feels like losing ourselves. The entrepreneur who can't pivot because I'm not a quitter, or the person who won't leave their hometown because I'm a local. Fear of the unknown. The familiar, even when uncomfortable, often feels safer than the uncertainty of change. Our brains are wired to prefer predictability, even when that predictability is making us miserable. The cost of not changing. When we refuse to adapt, we pay a price: decreased life satisfaction, increased stress and resentment, missed opportunities for growth. Living authentically becomes impossible. We model rigid thinking for others around us. Part 2. Recognizing when something isn't working. Physical and emotional signals. Your body and emotions often know before your mind does. Pay attention to physical symptoms: chronic fatigue, tension headaches, stomach issues, trouble sleeping, especially when these occur around specific situations or decisions. Emotional indicators: dreading Monday mornings, feeling resentful about commitments you once enjoyed, constant frustration, or a sense of being stuck. Energy levels: notice what drains you versus what energizes you. If something consistently leaves you feeling depleted rather than fulfilled, it might be time to reconsider. The values check-in. Ask yourself, does this align with who I am now, not who I was when I first made this choice? Are my values the same as they were when I started this path? If I knew then what I know now, would I make the same decision? Am I staying because it's genuinely good for me, or because I feel I should? Growth versus stagnation. Healthy challenges push you to grow while still feeling aligned with your core self. Unhealthy situations often leave you feeling like you're shrinking, compromising your values, or pretending to be someone you're not. Part 3. The art of changing your mind. Permission starts with you. The most important permission you need is your own. This means acknowledging your autonomy. You are the author of your life. Past decisions were made with the information and circumstances you had then. New information and circumstances allow for new decisions. Releasing perfectionism. There's no such thing as a perfect decision. Every choice involves trade-offs, and the goal isn't to never need to adjust course. It's to stay responsive to your authentic needs. Embracing your evolution. The person you are today has every right to make different choices than the person you were yesterday, last year, or 5 years ago. Practical steps for changing direction. Start with small experiments. Before making major changes, test the waters. If you're considering a career change, try a side project or volunteer opportunity in that field first. Set review dates. Build regular check-ins with yourself. Monthly, quarterly, or yearly reviews where you honestly assess what's working and what isn't. Communicate thoughtfully. When your change affects others, communicate your reasoning clearly and kindly. You don't need permission, but explanation can help maintain relationships. Plan your transition. Sudden changes can create unnecessary chaos. When possible, create a thoughtful transition plan that minimizes disruption while honoring your need for change. Boundaries and change. Sometimes changing your mind means setting new boundaries. This might look like saying no to commitments that no longer align with your goals, ending relationships that consistently drain your energy, changing the terms of existing arrangements, speaking up about your evolving needs. Part 4. Common areas where mind changing is healthy. Career and professional life. Your career should evolve as you do. It's normal to switch industries after gaining experience. Realize a dream job isn't actually fulfilling. Choose work-life balance over climbing the ladder. Discover new passions that lead to career pivots. Relationships. Healthy relationships adapt and grow, but sometimes people grow in different directions. Friendships that become one-sided or toxic. Romantic relationships where you've become incompatible. Family dynamics that need new boundaries. Professional relationships that no longer serve you. Life goals and dreams. Your dreams are allowed to change. The house you thought you wanted might not fit your current lifestyle. Travel dreams might shift based on new responsibilities. Fitness goals might evolve with age or health changes. Creative pursuits might take new forms, beliefs and perspectives. Personal growth often involves evolving beliefs. Political views can shift with new experiences and information. Religious or spiritual perspectives may deepen, change, or fall away. Parenting philosophies might adapt as you learn and grow. Money beliefs can evolve as your circumstances change. Part 5. Overcoming obstacles. Dealing with others' reactions. Not everyone will understand or support your changes. Strategies for handling pushback. Stay clear on your why. When you're grounded in your reasons, others' opinions carry less weight. Don't over-explain. You don't owe anyone a detailed justification for living authentically. Find your supporters. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your growth rather than judge your changes. Set boundaries with critics. Limit discussions about your choices with people who consistently respond negatively. Managing guilt and self-doubt. Guilt is often the biggest obstacle to change. Remember, guilt often signals that you're doing something important for your well-being. You can feel grateful for past experiences while still choosing differently now. Disappointing others temporarily is sometimes necessary for long-term happiness. You're not responsible for managing other people's emotions about your choices. Building confidence in your decisions. Trust your intuition. Your gut feelings are valid data points in decision-making. Gather input wisely. Seek advice from people who know you well and want what's best for you. Focus on values alignment. Decisions that align with your core values tend to feel right over time. Accept imperfection. No decision will be perfect, but many can be good enough to move forward with. Part 6. Building a flexible mindset. Cultivating adaptability. Regular self-reflection. Make time to check in with yourself regularly about what's working and what isn't. Stay curious. Approach your own life with curiosity rather than judgment. Isn't it interesting that this no longer feels right? Practice small changes. Build your change muscle with low-stakes decisions before tackling bigger ones. Learn from each pivot. Each time you change direction, you learn more about what works for you and what doesn't. Creating systems for evolution. Document your journey. Keep a journal or record of your thoughts and feelings to track patterns over time. Build flexibility into commitments. When possible, avoid permanent decisions and build in review points. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Choose relationships with people who encourage your evolution. Invest in self-knowledge. Therapy, coaching, personality assessments, and other tools can help you understand yourself better. Conclusion. Nedra Glover Tawwab's quote, "Permit yourself to change your mind when something is no longer working for you," is an invitation to live more authentically and responsively. Remember, changing your mind isn't a sign of weakness, instability, or failure. It's a sign of self-awareness, growth, and courage. The person you're becoming deserves to make choices that align with who they are now, not who they used to be. Your life is yours to author, and every chapter can be different from the last. Give yourself permission to write the story that feels true to you today. What's one area of your life where you've been hesitating to change your mind? Share in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to make a change they've been putting off. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on personal growth and authentic living. And remember, you have permission to change your mind about anything that's no longer working for you. Until next time, keep growing and stay true to yourself.